you, I'm Sophie and I crochet a lot, and I just wanted to show you all of my recent crochet makes, well, let's say in the last 6 months. So from January 1st to yesterday, I guess. So the very first thing I finished this year was this hat. And I also made a matching scarf to it, but I just can't find it. And it's this really thick yarn, it's really nice. I got it as a gift from my mum's friend, and it's some kind of wool, I don't know. It's really nice though. And yeah, I made a matching scarf, but I just don't know where I put it. But yeah, this is really nice and I love the colour. It's pink and pink is my favourite colour. So yeah. And I think this is just single crochets or half double crochets, I can't really remember. So really easy. And then the next thing I did was actually a really big project. I feel like the biggest project I made up until that point, and it's this dress. Okay, you can't really see it. I insert a video of it. But it's the Estelle dress by I Am Lanka, and it's so pretty. I used Drops Loves You 7 yarn for this. It was my first time ordering from them. And I feel like it turned out really pretty. And there's some ruffles, and yeah. And I really love the stitch used. Yeah. Yeah, it's really nice and it fits perfectly. I really adore it. And if there's one thing I would do differently is probably size down with the crochet hook. I use a 3.5mm hook for this, as the yarn suggests, but I have kind of a loose tension, so this is kind of loose. I mean, like, I don't know if you can see, but it's kind of, I don't know, I feel like a 2.5mm hook would have been better. Nowadays, when I use the Drops Loves You 7 yarn, I always use a 2.5mm hook, just because it just feels better and looks a lot better. So yeah, that was really nice and I really enjoyed the pattern. And so the next thing I did for, I think, Valentine's Day was this bag. I followed a YouTube tutorial, but I also added these little ruffles to make it seem like a cake. I don't know, I thought it was really cute, and I used a cotton yarn, a thick cotton yarn from Hobby, I think, which was really nice, by the way. And I had some left over because I made some Christmas hats for my sisters and me. We always do like Christmas photos, and I made Christmas hats with little epics and stuff. And I had some yarn left over, and so I made this bag. I haven't actually worn it yet because I didn't add a lining, and I feel like a lining would be better for this bag. But it's really cute, I must say, and it holds up really well too. Yeah. And so the next thing I did is this little, wait, how does it work? Bow. It's a hair bow by Earthy Faye Crochet, I think. Like this. And it's really cute. I haven't worn it all that much though, to be quite honest, because just doesn't hold up in my hair as good. I have very flat and thin hair, so it just falls off every time I wear it. But it's really cute, really adorable. And I also use Drops Loves You 9, I think. I think it's recycled cotton or something like that. I'm not entirely sure, but it's cute, it's cute. And then because I love the Estelle dress so much, I also made a top version of this. It's this, and it's absolutely adorable. And I combined a Drops Loves You 7, the white one, and a rainbow yarn. It's got glitter in it and rainbow colours. It's really cute. It's really thin, so I just use it together. And it's really cute. Right, I'll show you the colour. Absolutely adorable. I really love this. I haven't worn it too often, but I'm sure I'm going to do it in the next couple of weeks. But yeah, it's really cute, and again the pattern is absolutely adorable. And this time actually I really like the stitches. Like with the Estelle dress, I had problems with, you know, the crochet hook size, so I used the 3.5mm crochet hook, and I felt like it was a bit airy and I should have used a smaller hook size. And I used the 3.5mm hook for this too. But as I said, I combined 2 yarns, so it evened out, and I like the tension of this a lot more than the dress version. And this is one of my all-time favourite tops, is the lacy top by Crocheted. So it's kind of deconstructed at the moment, but I'll show you a video. So it's this kind of top. It's got so pretty stitches. The stitches are so pretty. So like I said, it doesn't look like much right now, but it's got really lovely stitches, and lace up back too, really pretty. Yeah, it's my first time using a hand-dyed yarn. So a few days before making this, I dyed my first batch of hand-dyed yarn. So this green pink with a bit of yellow. And this was actually quite tricky, hand-dyeing yarn for the first time, because it was still, what was it, February, March, something like that. So it was very cold, and I made the mistake of hanging the yarn outside to dry overnight, which was a disaster, because when I woke up and went outside, the yarn was even wetter than the day I left, than the night before. So it took like 5 days to dry. A bit annoying, but you know, that's fine. And I really like the top, and I'm planning on making another lacy top, and just making it entirely pink, because I saw another person doing it like that and it just looks so pretty, like everything in pink, and I feel like that would look pretty too. And I mean, I've worn this so many times, so I just know I'm gonna love it. And also this is great for layering too. You can wear it under, you know, a long sleeve white shirt like I did multiple times, and it's still gonna look amazing. So this is great for layering, even in winter, or you know, whenever really. And in summer you can also wear it, because you know, then it's just a summertime. So I really like this, yes. And then the next thing I did was actually my very first pattern test I did, and it was the linear cardi by Hook Loops, and I was really excited for this. Was, like I said, my first pattern test. So I finished it in like 5 days or something like that. I was like so excited. And this is it. And again, I dyed some yarn, and this is pretty similar, like pink and green, my go-to colour. but this is just a bit darker and much more rich in colour, and I really like that. Yeah, and this is really cute. I really love all of the stitches used, and you know, this collar thingy. I'm pretty sure I did it wrong, but like whatever, it still looks cute. And then I added these cute buttons because I went to my local yarn store. It's like right around the corner, like 2 streets, and it's this really teeny tiny yarn store, and it's packed full of yarn. It's really lovely going there, and the lady is also very, very nice. And she also has like a huge button section where you can choose buttons, and so I chose these pretty ones. I quite like them. And yeah, I really like this, and this again is perfect for, you know, hot days because, you know, it's a short sleeve cardi, or you can also use it to layer, and I've done that several times too. You know, under a long sleeve white shirt. Again, it looks amazing. Yeah, so I was really happy with this. And then one of the things I made was this beret. So actually I sold the one I actually made, and so I made this beret. So, okay, well, this is actually my sister's. I made it for her birthday last year, I think. And for the market I just did the same, just without these stars. And it's really cute because it's got all of the planets here, and some stars, and it's really cute. And also I don't know if you can see, but there's this thingy here, it says space. Really cute. Really cute. And I made that for the market as well, and it's sold, so I'm really happy with that. Yeah. Next thing I did, and this was like really exciting for me, is actually the money top. So this is actually my very first crochet design, well, pattern I made. And it's so cute, it's really adorable. I made this with, again, cotton yarn. Most of my stuff is made with cotton yarn because I don't know, I just really like working with it. And I used Drops Paris yarn for this. It's just absolutely adorable, and it's still one of my favourite makes of all time. And you know, it's got this lovely ribbon bow, and at the back too. Absolutely adorable. And I used a really pretty stitch to imitate flowers. And you know, I've got these balloon sleeves. And, yeah, I just really like this. And I'm actually planning on making another one of this Mani top, and I want it in completely white, like everything white. And I don't want to make it as a top but as a dress, so yeah, I'm pretty sure that's going to look awesome too, like a Snow White version or something like that. Anyway, I made another beret. It's this lovely beret, absolutely adorable, and it's again with hand dyed yarn. And it's kind of supposed to be like the spring themed flower field, butterfly field inspired beret. And you know, you've got these little flowers here and butterflies, and they glitter, by the way. Very cute. And I added elastics in it. You probably can't tell, but I added elastics to it, just so you know it fits perfectly and fits snug on me. And yeah, I really love this. And I made another one of these for a trade. Yeah, so I'm really excited for her reaction when she sees it. was another pattern test I did, and this was the Melody Cardi by I Am You one. It's so chunky. It's this. It's kind of like a bolero kind of cardi. I don't know, like a mix between them. And again, I used a white yarn and this glitter unicorn yarn together to give it this really cool texture and colour. I really like it. And then as accents I just use like this pink yarn, kind of cute. And I really like this, but if there's one thing I could do differently is I would use a thinner yarn, because this is so heavy. This is cotton, so this is really heavy. And I mean, it's kind of supposed to be for like chilly summer days, but I could not wear this in summer. It is so thick, I would sweat to death in this. So it's probably best for, I don't know, I'm not quite sure. I actually haven't really worn this yet because it's just so heavy. So yeah, I'm not quite sure what I'm going to do with this. But yeah, it's really cute, and like I said, I probably should have just, you know, chosen a thinner yarn, or maybe not cotton but a different kind of yarn, because this is just so heavy. But yeah. Okay, so the next thing I did was another cardigan, and it's again by Hook Loops, and it's again the linear cardi, and I have a lot to say about this. So this is the cardi. I'll show some videos of it, and this was an experience to say the least. So in the first version I made, the pink and green one, I used a 2.5mm needle, and I kind of forgot about that and started using a 3.5mm needle, and I mean, it just turned out huge. It's way too big for me, and the stitches are really airy. I mean, it's kind of cute being this airy, but it's just too big for me, and it kind of falls off of my shoulders. And same for the sleeves. I mean, look at this. Can you see this? These sleeves are enormous. This is what they look like. I mean, in a way it's kind of cute, but it's not very practical. Yeah. And I added these little buttons. I mean, they're kind of cute. They're wooden. But yeah, I kind of made it too big, used the wrong hook size, and it, yeah. Next thing on the list is, I think, I'm not quite sure about the order of when I made these, but no, I'm just going to do it kind of how when I think I finished them. I'm not entirely sure, but it's this top, and it's the Shell Butterfly top by Lulu Bunny. And again, I used hand-dyed yarn for this. Absolutely adorable. And there's so much detail on this. I absolutely love doing this. It was also a pattern test. During this time, I kind of put too many pattern tests on me at once. And I don't think I'm going to do that again, having so many pattern tests at once. But it was really fun, and like, the stitches are so pretty, and I added, you know, beads, really pretty, and I mean, just look at this back panel. Isn't it adorable? I mean, these stitches are so pretty. I absolutely love this. And I do have to wear something underneath this, so I can't just wear it. I do have to wear like a white shirt underneath it, but it's very cute. And I've worn this a lot too. Of course I did, yeah. And I really want to make a second version of this, maybe for like Halloween in like black and red. I don't know, I feel like that's pretty cool.